Hey ladies, my name is Patricia and welcome to my channel. How you guys doing? How you living? How you feeling? I don't know why I feel so awkward, but I think it's because of the topics that I have to discuss today. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a life update because a lot has happened that I just kind of want to share. And here's a burden on my heart and my why behind sharing, is that, a lot of times when you're looking at people on social media, you are looking at a highlight reel and you're just looking at a sequence of highs in people's life. And I want to share the good, the bad, and the ugly to give you guys a realistic viewpoint when it comes to me and my content here online and the person that you're experiencing. So of course, as a good friend of mine always says, not everything is for public consumption. And so I won't be talking about everything, but there are some sort of major life changes or life events that have really changed me like forever. I'm going to go through and try to hit the facts without the tears. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay. So as you guys know, back in 2019, I got married, and that was just an amazing highlight of my life, really. Just meeting someone and us committing to each other in the presence of our family, in the presence of God and our close friends, and just having a magical event in my eyes, because in many ways it's everything I've wanted or that I've wanted, and being able to have that experience. Shortly after getting married, I shared with you guys that I was in the process. We were in the process of building a home. We eventually lost that home due to the market, the changing market related to the pandemic, which affected a lot of people in many ways. And that's one of the ways that it affected us. And at the time, it was super devastating because here you had invested time, money into a process that you couldn't see to fruition. I did actually write about it on my blog, so if you guys want the full story of that, I'll leave that down below. I've experienced a lot of loss, blessings also in loss in the past couple of years. The biggest one, and probably the one that's going to be the most difficult for me to talk about today, is losing my mom. I lost my mom back in 2021. So last year, if I'm, I don't know when this video is going to go up, but last year. And so I've never come on YouTube to talk about it. I have announced it on Instagram, but it's just been it's a really, 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 really difficult topic for me. Even to this day, into this moment, I'm trying to hold it back, y'all. Trying to hold it back. She fell terribly ill shortly after my daughter was born, and that time was like survival time, all hands on deck. Her sickness was aggressive and quick and severely deteriorating, and watching her deteriorate so quickly, it was really hard. At the same time, trying to manage being a relatively new wife and definitely a new mom, it was hard to become a mom while losing your mom at the same time. I cannot explain the level of grief and pain that I feel still on a daily basis. Where are the tissues? I don't have tissues with me. Why did I do this without tissues? If you're watching this and you know my mom, you know why. You understand what big of a loss this was for everyone who knew her, but especially my dad and my sister and I. We're going to stop for a sip of coffee. By the way, I got this cup from Bermuda, which we visited this year. My husband, my daughter, and I, we took like a anniversary trip, but we brought our baby girl with us. And yes, I got this cup and I was like, oh, it's so pretty. I love like this orange color in the middle and the flowers on it. So, yeah, trying to change the subject, right? This was like a huge thing for me. And any of you guys who have lost a parent, especially a woman that has lost her mom, my mother and I really had a good relationship, you know, landed in a good place. Of course, there's the teenage years that are always, that can be a little interesting for moms and daughters, but we landed in an amazing place. And my mom was my friend, truly. And so it's been a really big loss. And even if you've lost a mom and you didn't have a good relationship with her, it's like I empathize with that, because you're mourning not only the mom you did have, but the mom that you didn't have, couldn't have, will never have as well. Losing a parent, and it's tough. It's like my mom in many ways was a compass for me, in which I oriented myself in the way that I moved in my life. And not like everything she did, I did, and everything she told me to do, I did, because Lord knows, if you know me, that's not the case. But it's a way you orient yourself, especially as a daughter, mother to daughter, and then also as the oldest child. It's just something that you kind of naturally do. And losing that compass makes life seem so much bigger and so much more chaotic, and in many ways more difficult to navigate. You know, this time in a woman's life is one of the most exciting, just doing so well in my career, becoming a wife, becoming a mom, and having only to experience a little bit of that with her, and not having... I just feel cheated. I really do. I really, really do. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Sorry, y'all. My desk I got one of those like, the desks that move or whatever, so I can stand up and stretch my legs and stuff like that. Okay, moving on to the next thing. That was a huge loss in my life. Amazing thing that's happened the past couple of years is the birth of my daughter. And I've shared that with you guys and a lot on Instagram. And I've shared with you guys just this journey with becoming a mom. And I've incorporated this into my channel, because right now what I see my channel as is definitely a space for women and womanhood, but really to document my journey. And part of this journey for some women is becoming a mother. And wow, is that life-changing and amazing. And I love it. And so I'll continue to talk about that on my channel. So she came to us in December of 2020, and she recently turned 2 years old. And you guys, she is the sweetest little girl, and I love her so much. And yes, she is just the light of my life. I just love that little girl so much, and just feel so blessed to have her. The other amazing thing is your girl is expecting baby number 2. I am so happy that I'm becoming a mama again. So I'm going to be transitioning into mom of 1 to a mom of 2. Like, how amazing. So I do have, I don't know if I can show you a little bit of a lot of the baby bump, y'all. Okay. And yes, I am so excited. We are expecting a bouncing baby boy. And so God has blessed me with the best of both worlds. I have girl and my boy, which, to be honest, I never saw myself as a boy mom. I never saw myself having a boy. I have one sister and have a family full of women. So the idea of having a son was just, I just never imagined it. But here I am about to have a baby boy. Like, this is crazy. But I'm excited. It's new territory for sure. We'll lean on my husband for guidance because he has 4 brothers. So he's got the boy thing down packed. But it's definitely going to be a journey with mothering my son versus mothering my daughter. And I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I take mothering very seriously. And so I'm really going to have to educate myself in how to mother a son. So for those of you guys who have boys out there, all the tips, all the advice, leave it down below for me. So we're so excited about welcoming baby boy. And so that was another gift of this year, 2022. Other blessing, another update is that we bought a home. So I don't know if you guys can tell, a little bit of a different space. This is going to be like, or this is my office / recording area / beauty room / all the things. And I'm still getting it together. And, but I love it so far. And I'm so excited that we were finally able to buy a home in 2022. And I think it all happened the way that it was supposed to. I mean, we did build this home. And so we kind of had a chance to finish what we started off back in 2020. And I think I just love this house so much better than what we had before. And I think the timing was impeccable because what happened was when my mother passed, we moved in, my husband and my daughter moved in with my dad for some time just to really provide some emotional support as he's transitioning with being married to someone for over 30 years and then losing her. And so we were able to do that because, you know, we were in an apartment at the time and stuff like that. And so just being able to be there, not only for him, but also having him was in a way therapeutic for us, even though I must say it was difficult living and being in the home she was everywhere in that home, you know? But just being able to be together for that really difficult period of time was a blessing. And we only had that opportunity because what happened with the house back in 2020. God sort of fashions things for your good, and sometimes it'll take you weeks, months, years to figure it out. But that was and sometimes you won't feel you're gonna figure it out in this lifetime. It would not be revealed to you, but when it does, it's just you gotta be thankful because I'm so grateful that I had that opportunity to do that. And ended up with a bigger and nicer home, and it's actually not too far from the home that we were building before, but just in a slightly better area that I think is a good long-term investment for us. So I'm really happy about that. I had 3 more family members pass away within a year after my mom. It's been a whirlwind. It's enough to get you real down, but at the same time, God has been so good to us and been so good to me. Another blessing that I've gotten in the past couple of years for me has been the ability to work remotely and to have the job that I have now, which affords me the opportunity to focus on my health, focus on this pregnancy, and focus on mothering my children in their formative years, which is a big priority for me right now. It's really important that I can dedicate as much time as I can within these first, I'd say 4 or 5 years of their life, while maintaining a career that's fulfilling, but that I can manage career and motherhood in a way that doesn't compromise motherhood, that being the parent priority in my life. And I think it's important to prioritize your life. I'm not ashamed of that. I'm not ashamed to admit that. And that's the way that I operate. And that's how I make decisions moving forward in the next couple of years. So that has been like an amazing blessing. And not just the job itself being remote, but the team that I work with is amazing. As you guys know, I am a nurse and transitioned into full-time nursing education back in 2020. So that was another blessing of 2020, you know, kind of moving into my niche in nursing, which right now is education. And so I'm still working full-time nursing education, but remotely, and also asynchronously, or mostly asynchronously, and so that I can manage my day how I want to manage my day and still being able to contribute to the profession and to enrich my career, but also giving the time that I'd like to dedicate to my family and my marriage and my children. So I am so excited about that and feel really blessed to be able to do that in the midst of it all too. My husband did a career, he had lost his job at one point, did a career change, and now is doing really well in his new career. And, you know, God has blessed us immensely. And I feel like I kind of wanted to share some of what I've been through the past couple of years, just to give you guys kind of an idea of, you know, it's not all of, things are not always as they appear to be, right? And, you know, life comes with the good, the bad, and the ugly. And you somehow have to make sense of it all. And so I kind of wanted to share with you guys some, and I tell you some, I can't get into everything, y'all, and partly because, you know, I'm boo-hooing on the screen, but also not everything is for public consumption. But there's been a lot of other things that's caused stress on my marriage, stress on my health. There's just been so much that has happened, you all. And, but in the midst of it all, I am grateful. And I just wanted to share with you, just in case there are some of you out there that's like, dang, I can't get your break. You know what I mean? For a while, I felt like that. Sometimes the darkness outshines the light, but the light is there. You just have to reposition your focus. And so, yeah, y'all, that's what life has been. So in a way, I'm healing, I'm recovering, and obviously I've been off YouTube, taking that time to do that as much as I can, even though this process is ongoing. Those of you guys who have experienced severe loss in your life, you know that is a process that's not, there's no end button to that. It is a constant process. And so still working through that. One of the things that I do love to do, and that does bring some light to me, is coming to you guys with content and sharing my journey here online and sharing with you the things that I'm loving. And I'm not making any promises, but what I will say is that you guys will see me a little bit more often than you guys have been lately. And yeah, I want to chat with you about the products that I have been loving as a new mom, you know, beauty products that have been working for me these days, handbags, and all the things, y'all, all of the things. So I'm excited about it. And yeah, look out for some more videos from me. Yeah, follow me on Instagram, because I shied away from Instagram for a little bit when Eliana was first born, and then also when my mom passed. But for the most part, I've been constantly uploading on there, mostly on my stories. So yeah, give me a follow over there, and I'll see you guys soon in the next video. And as always, God bless.